The Legion seems sus. Yeah, so this is basically, I tried to model this around the first, I basically took I took Sodex's list and then the second place list, and I kind of just merged them together. So you'll see some elements from Sodex's list, which is 4 friendship, the 2 castles, that's the 20th lands. Um, that's pretty much it from there. And then I wanted to keep the burning trees from the second place list as well. So yeah, the only thing that I feel like I'm probably missing is the Legion's Landing, but I don't know. Like maybe Legion's Landing is just better than Loyalist. That could certainly be. Trying some different stuff in the sideboard too, like second Giant Killer for Shieldred, trying 2 Needles for the green matchup so they can't Karn for Ratchet Bomb. Could see that. I don't like Shrapnel Blast because the issue is like it's awkward with Burning Tree because you want to hold the Shrapnel Blast as long as possible. You don't want to go Burning Tree and then have to main phase Shrapnel Blast. It's kind of weird. Oh yeah, we wanted to try. I wanted to consider playing sideboard cards for the mirror. Do we want to? Do we really want to do that? Is this how? Is this what we're doing with our life? We're just sideboarding for in the festivities for the mirror. I mean, I could. All right. This is not necessarily the list that what I would recommend doing, but I've heard there is a shit ton of this deck in the queue. So 1 mana 1/1 that picks a creature. I mean, in the sideboard and the festivities is way better because it's just like it just ends the game on the spot sometimes. You know what I mean? 4 Chain Whirler main? No, I'm good. All right, let's see how much of this deck is truly in the queues. I forgot who came in here and said it earlier, but somebody came in here and said that the queues were literally all Convoke. So people just don't want to. They would rather just complain about it than try to beat it. You know what I mean? Just like if you want to beat this deck, it's really not that hard. You just have to mean it. You know, you can't just be like, oh, here's 3rd copy of Extinction Event. You know what I mean? Like that's not gonna cut it. This hand's kind of mid, but I am on 6. I don't love this hand, but being on 6, I think I have to. Also, I'm a little bit sad that they don't have the RCQ promo Thraben Inspectors online. Keck by Venerated Loxodon. Actually, they may leave me with this. I don't know. Although if they leave me with Loxodon and I rip Gleeful Demolition, then we're cooking, so... Yeah, makes sense. Not the worst draw. Best draw, but not the worst draw. Alright, give me a land, please. I don't ask for much. It's like next best thing. I'm still gonna Ornithopter, obviously. Go. Temporary Lockdown. I mean, like I said, any 3-mana sweeper. Hidetsugu, Temporary Lockdown, Deafening Clarion, Anger of the Gods, Brotherhood's End. If you really want to go deep, you could even play Illness in the Ranks. Not that I would recommend doing that, but because it's way more narrow, but you could if you wanted to. Virulent Plague, I guess that's probably worse than Ranks, but... Bontu is probably one of the weaker ones, just because you skip your untap step, but... Same idea. Am I trading Loyalist for 4 damage here? I could. Yeah, I'll wait. I feel like I can make that exchange almost any time. I mean, they can also just trade the Harvester for the Loyalist, but I'm fine with that too. Yeah, and the Festivities is good too. Not as good as the 3-mana sweepers, I think. Like, I don't think your Rakdos deck would want to sideboard on the Festivities. Maybe it would. Killing the blood so we don't lose the Loyalist. No, I'd much rather make 3 tokens with the Bushwhacker in hand. Well, see, the thing is, it's like the 3-mana ones are a lot tougher because the 4-mana ones, more specifically, like Extinction Event and Ritual, they have issues because Extinction Event only kills, it would be better on this board, but like Extinction Event some of the time will only kill half of your creatures, and Ritual doesn't kill the 5-mana Convoke creatures, so those are like actively worse than just playing a 3-mana sweeper, on top of the fact that it costs 3 versus 4, so you're not like, you get an extra attack step versus the 4-mana ones, What's the... I'm not... Forgive me for asking, but what's the difference between Blazing Volley and the Festivities? Yeah, Meat Hook, too. That's a good one. And then Festivities is what hits Planeswalkers and players. So isn't End just a strictly better card? Yeah, it's just a strictly better card. Alright, you've lost the game. think. 6, 8, 16. Exacxies, right? Yeah, I think it's Exacxies even with the blood token, because they can go to 16. What an RCQ on Saturday, obviously because of my teachings. Well, that's good to hear, Valley. Glad to hear it, buddy. Congratulations. Okay, so this is what I've been doing against Rakdos. I cut Legion Loyalist, and I was shaving Forbidden Friendship. And I was bringing in... I guess I only have 3 invasions, so maybe I'll keep... probably want the Giant Killer, actually, for Shieldred. This is basically how I was sideboarding against them. I don't bring in Chasm. I think 1 copy you could maybe talk me into against Shieldred, but I think... I don't think I'd ever want, like, a 2nd copy of this. Maybe the 1st copy could be okay. Knight getting 2 mana token makers helps you really quickly. Okay, that's fair. Would you consider playing... I know that Forbidden Friendship makes a white creature token for the Convoke creatures. Do you think it's out of the question to play the Goblin one? Just like 4 copies of that over Friendship? So I like Gobakhan against Rakdos because the way that you usually... Like, I think you're favored. I think you're a pretty heavy favorite in the matchup. The way that I usually lose to them is them playing a Shieldred and just staring at me. So I just like that for taking Shieldred. I think Showdown's a little bit too expensive. I also think Showdown is probably worse than Experimental Frenzy, but that's close. The joke that nobody in the chat gets. Sand's like, fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Yeah, I think I like Frenzy more than Showdown. Also, the nice thing about the backside of Invasion Pause is it beats Ritual. It doesn't beat Extinction Event, but it beats Ritual. Well, the nice thing is, like, you can take their sweeper. So you're taking 1 turn off to time walk them twice on their sweeper. So it's still time walk. Maybe that's a bad way to look at it, but... Yeah, you can also just take them off of a Fable on curve, too. Like, that's the nice thing about Evasion. It's very versatile in what it does. That's why I like it so much. My double Giant Killering here. I think I have to with the Loxodon in hand. Not a huge fan of this play, but I think I have to. Because they can kill one of my creatures with Harvester, but I can still maybe crew a Loxodon next turn. Yeah, Invasion's just cracked. I honestly thought about main decking Invasion in this deck. I think it's good enough. And the fact that you make so many tokens in this deck, just, you know, it's so good. Every single time I've boarded in the Invasion, it's been cracked. Against basically every deck. I think you are a lot faster than Lotus Field. I have 2 cards in hand. I mean, here I'm going to cast the Loxodon and just, like, scoop to an Extinction Event, but... Maybe I'm supposed to play Invasion there? Not sure. Maybe this play is bad. But it's also nice to hold the Invasion in hand, so if I draw a land, I can actually double spell with the Bushwhacker. Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, as far as the Lotus Field matchup is concerned, I think you are a pretty big favorite just because your Goldfish is so much faster than theirs, and they just don't have a bunch of meaningful interaction. All right, we're gonna lose this game, but that's fine. We get game 3 in the play. Oh, well, maybe we're not gonna lose this game. Go to 7. Really is, yeah. It's my best draw here. I guess a Convoke creature. Probably Knight-Errant. Yeah, even a land's fine to activate Castle. That's a good point, yeah. Yeah, I lost the finals of the RSQ yesterday with this deck. Foblate. Foblate. Boros Convoke. They have 1 card. Alright, well. I think we're doing this. This is our new best trial loyalist. Well, I took those out, so. I lost to Monograid in the finals. If they have a push or a mobile spell, they don't have to block, but... Alright, we're just trading. I'm cool with that. Still going to be an uphill battle, but can win this game. God, that game 1 in the semifinals was so unreal. Like, I kept the probably a sketchy 1-lander, and I missed my land drop for like 3 turns, and then just ended up coming back to win that game. It was so crazy. Yeah, this is why I don't like Mana Confluence, but, I mean, if you're playing Burning-Tree, you kind of have to play this card. The bird adding counters from Strixhaven. What's that card let me? I don't know if I'm familiar with that card. Hmm. What you got? Oh, they have no cards. Yeah, alright, even. Shale, Dean of Radiance. Doesn't tell me how much it costs, though. 2 mana, 1/1, Flying Vig, tap, put a counter on each creature that entered the battlefield under your control this turn. Interesting. Can't cast it off Burning-Tree, though, which is kind of awkward. I don't hate it. I could see it as a one-of, but I don't think I'd ever want more than one copy. Awesome, Sue. Good to hear, good to hear. Friendship is not cuttable. I don't know, I disagree. It makes you more awkward into Extinction Event, because, like, Demolition, you can't get Demolition, that's your most powerful card, but, like, you're just putting a lot more evens in the battlefield in the face of Event. No, I don't want to cut Burning-Tree. I never cut Burning-Tree in any matchup. Why does everybody want to cut Burning-Tree? Why? Stop! Stop. This hand's below average. Let's say that. Okay, better. I kind of want to put back Invasion. I think they Thoughtseize me. I could put back Invasion and just turn 2 Loxodon with this, right? It's so unlikely that I can turn 2 Loxodon them because they're either going to have Fatal Push or Thoughtseize. Yeah, this is safer for sure. Legion's Landing is your best card against Rakdos, which is part of why I didn't want to cut it, but like that card solos Rakdos, just the ability to make tokens every single turn. It's so unbelievably good against them. That card is so cracked against Rakdos. Like my top 4 match of the RCQ, it won me the game by itself. If that was any other card, I had no chance that game. They took the Invasion. Wow. I guess we're just cracking Clue this turn. I get Go Blank this game. I mean, maybe. Okay, guess that. Shitty thing is they know about the Loxodon. Your turn. They probably should have stopped this, but if they cast Go Blank the stream ends right now, no, I'll just discard 2 of... I have 3 of the same card in hand. I'll just discard 2 of them. Go Blank doesn't do anything. I would pay them money to Go Blank me right now. Sure, that's fine too. Give me a Burning-Tree, I think about my best draw. Well, unfortunate, chat. Sometimes that is how the cookie crumbles. I never said you can never lose this matchup. I said you're favored. It doesn't mean you can't lose. Like, sometimes your draw just doesn't line up. You know? Oh, Twitter told you. Okay, well. That's what you get for believing Twitter. Okay, winnable. I think I have to cast Knight-Errant here. Hope to hit insanely lucky. Kind of qualifies. Dead to any removal spell here, but... You can easily have card advantage them. It's not that hard. This hand's busted. Well, yeah, that helped too. That is how you win the matchup. Would you believe me, chat, when I told you some Rakdos players yesterday at the RCQ were cutting Thoughtseize against me? I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? So go next? Are we gonna go next, or are they cuttable in any matchup, really? No, I don't think so. That's a good point. Like, people, I think, well, and that's the thing. It's like, if you haven't played against this deck before, or you haven't seen the deck, it's not abundantly clear that this, I would describe this as a combo deck. This is not an aggro deck. This is a combo deck, right? Your combo is like, you have this, like A, these 12 plus B, and then you have like A plus B. Like that's kind of the way I describe it as. We do anything against mono red? Yeah, setup plus payoff. It's like you have it's a combo deck, but you have a lot of different versions of A and a lot of different versions of B, if that makes sense. Again, I use the term combo loosely, but is that a good draw? Song slaps. So even if they shock my Epicure, I still just fucking own them. It's nice that this hand doesn't even give a shit about Chain Whirler. It's so sick. Upstairs? Not even killing the Epicure? My brother in Christ. Would I rather have a counter on... Where do I want to put the counters, chat? One has to be the Inspector. If I put it on 2 Ornithopters... two Ornithopters, Inspector, 2 Goblin Shaman or Goblin tokens, and slam for a 1. Yeah, that's fine. There's not really a reason to save the Thopter, because if I draw Bushwhacker, I have Burning-Tree anyways. So I think this is fine. I end up losing 2 creatures if they have Chain Whirler, but it's like whatever. This is worse against Chain Whirler, but yeah, you're probably right, Tonber. I don't disagree with you. Upstairs. I love going upstairs. Just going upstairs again? You can't even attack. Okay. Back to green? You got it. You just want to troll me the whole day. Of course, some people talking about Hogak. I mean, yeah, if I keep opening hands like this, then I don't know what you want from me. We're playing against Girth God. 3rd in a row that league. Yeah, there is a lot of it in the queues. Recommendation, Tucker, if you want to try and like, I mean, maybe have something that's good against this deck, try End the Festivities in the sideboard. That might be a good recommendation. A triumphant F&M return. I have Besieges. How many do you need? Rude. Thankfully, it doesn't matter at all. Because I'm goated with the sauce. Oh my god. Alright, maybe this deck's a little too much. I don't know. Threw a return 1 removal spell, by the way. Well, I own 2, so... Are people that frustrated about playing against this deck? That's more what I want to know. Like, how bad are people getting because this deck is good? It's slightly different. There's not a ton that's changed, but it's slightly different. Glad I bought all the rares for it this morning, yeah. Yeah, it's very similar to Naya Blitz, yeah. That deck was sick. So creativity, I want these. What was I cutting against creativity? I almost want the 2nd Giant Killer too, especially if they're Atraxa. Yeah, the Nico special. That opponent said, take it easy on me. Can I say no? I think Forbidna is not great in this matchup. Shave the Bomat. Actually, Loyalist is irrelevant, right? Well, Loyalist is relevant if they're playing Atraxa. But so is Giant Killer. That's correct, yes, Flying Man. That is the exact reason. Well, this hand is less explosive. Ship it. Better. Weirdly enough, I think I have to put back the castle. Yeah, 1st strike before lifelink. That's why it's good against the Traxa. You want to see the Twitter thread of people calling this Hogak? I'm going to do some research later tonight. Did we just jam Loxodon here? It's worse into potential counter magic. Although, that being said, I don't want to invasion their counter spell. So, I think the best case scenario here is I go Invasion, which they would just counter anyways. They play Fable, then I Loxodon. The alternative is Loxodon this turn, get that countered, they resolve Fable, then I Invasion their creativity. Is that a better spot to be? I think I'm way better off resolving Loxodon, right? Yeah, so let's do it this way. This is also better against the Sweeper. That's fine. I'm cool with that. I think I'm okay with that exchange. Like, I think this is better than the alternative. Okay, well, what if they just have another counterspell? What then, Doom? Oh. I didn't think we'd get this far. I'm gonna cast it. I really hope they don't have a... I hope they don't have a Brotherhood's End. Surely they don't have double counterspell and Brotherhood's End, right? Okay, no counterspell. They can still Brotherhood's End these, but... I wonder if this means they're on the Worms Enigos version. It's usually what that means. Because I have not seen a lot of the Gearhulk versions play Impulse. You're running Embercleave and Chasm on the board. The awkward part about Cleave is it's really only good with this stuff, right? That was an exceptional draw, by the way. Although I don't have a third mana, so I still lose to the combo no matter what I do. I think I just attack. Yeah, I think I just attack. Pretty sure they're just going to go end step, big score, and tap, kill me, but... What flavor do I vape? The one that I've been really into lately is... It's called Hiss Tank by Cold Fusion. It's like a raspberry dragon fruit mix. It's really good. Is this Peak Command? 2 damage plus treasure. Okay. 10. Is there a world where I hardcast Giant Killer here? Very likely to have another removal spell is the issue. I think I'm just going to crack the Clue main phase. In case I drew a land there, that was the idea. So they're going to Atraxa me, but then if I draw a land, we're chilling. Okay. Need a land. Assuming they don't have Spell Pierce, which I don't think they would keep in. Divide, Impulse, Spike Field, Creativity, yeah, okay, no Spell Pierce. Alright, need a land. This is why I wanted to cast the Giant Killer, because I could have just tapped it, but... Even if I tap it, I still don't have lethal, right? I tap it, they take 8, go to 2, and then they just, like, attack me. So it's still not even that good. That is not a land. Not dead, though. No, 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 we're not dead. We're not dead. Alright, need to put as much power onto the battlefield as possible. Go. So they're going to go to 17, and then if they resolve this, they would take... Sure. So 2, 4, 4, 9, 10, 14. I mean, if they don't have a counterspell, we can still win this game. Now, they didn't hit a counterspell off of the Atraxa, so it's like... Oh, no, they hit Divide, didn't they? They did not take Divide by 0. Creativity, Impulse, Fable, Pathway. They didn't take Divide. No, they didn't take it. I don't know. I guess I'll play around fucking Jwari Disruption, whatever. But there's a good chance they probably just already had one in hand. Alright, alright, alright. Even. Next game. So now that we know they're on Atraxa, I kind of want these Loyalists back in. I think I'm going to cut all the Forbidden Friendships. I guess I'll keep in a Forbidden Friendship over a Bomat Courier. I think that's fine. Forbidden! Yeah, we'll just nut draw them on the play game 3. It'll be fine. And by nut draw, I mean have a hand that has no lands. Which is basically the nut draw. This hand is cracked. God, what do I put back with this? This is like the perfect 7. This is the perfect 7, but kind of an awkward 6, right? My instinct is to put back Ornithopter, I think. A lot worse if I draw Demolition, but I think it has to be Thopter. Yeah, I think it's got to be Thopter. Immediately gonna regret this and draw Demolition, but what can you do? No, I think you have to keep the payoff. Well, if I put back Giant Killer, I have 0 chance to turn to the Knight, right? Well, I guess I could still draw a Burning-Tree or a Thopter either way. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we're playing Girth God. Why is my F6 not working? Hello? Moto? Yeah, I guess either way I'd have to draw a Burning-Tree or a Thopter, right? Yeah, I see what you're saying, But I guess keeping the Thopter is better if I draw Demolition, which makes sense. Like, I see where you're coming from, you know. I gotcha. No blue. Probably means they have a sweeper. I'll take Epicure Bushwhacker, but I'm not gonna play the Epicure for obvious reasons. Look at the cards. Wow, they don't have a sweeper? I did not expect that. I guess that means they're gonna counter the Bushwhacker. I mean, they know my last card, right? Incoming Flame Sweep. What's up, DT? Surely they won't counter this. I mean, the nice thing is, even if they... Oh. Do they really have... Oh, they have Kozilek's Return? No shot, right? No shot they have Kozilek's Return. There is plenty of instant speed sweepers they could have. Yeah. I mean, can't do anything about it. Show me. Show me the Kozilek's Return. Cycle Shark Typhoon? Alright, you got it. That resolves. You can have that. That one you could have. You can have that one. You got it, Chief. You got it, Chief. Yeah, tapping the red first to make me think about it. Please don't. Oh, what has the best matchup versus this? It's blue-white. It's not even close. But this deck, like, I'm not gonna say it can't beat blue-white, but it's rough because they have lockdown main deck. Neoform's tough too. You have to ship this. Sounds very good. Yeah, but all the blue-white... I shouldn't say all, but most of the blue-white decks have main deck lockdown. I just assume most of them did. They mulled the 4? Mulled the 3. My brother in Christ. Are we getting Tybalt's Trick Read? Chad, I think we're going to get Tybalt's Trick Read. Looks like a mirror. I mean, this deck doesn't mulligan to 3 that often. There's no way it's a mirror. I guess it could be, but... Oh, Boggles? Forbidden, That's the great matchup for red-white. I think you should be a pretty big favorite against mono green. No, it is Boggles. He still could lose this game. It's sickening to know. Well, I mean, it's not going to be that hard for us to lose this game. I think I'm going to play the Thopter. I get punished if I hit Bushwhacker but no other creature, but I think I just need to, like, put some shit on the battlefield. Well, there's the Bushwhacker. I guess the next best is Loyalist, I think. And I need to play the land so I can crack the clue now. What's up, Daniel? Yeah, Glitter's Root is kind of tough. Or even, like, Rune Vigilance. Well, no, Rune Vigilance would only make their guy a 4/4, right? Then I could just block. Because neither of those give first strike. No, I lost in the finals, Ride or Die. Lost in the finals of a 1-slaughter. Loyalist is mostly good against Greasefang. That's, like, the matchup where the trigger comes up the most, but... I mean, just Trample is really good. There's a lot of matchups where it's just randomly good. Alright, turns out they had nothing. Cool. Do we bring in End the Festivities against Boggles? I mean, if I have it in my opening hand, it could be good. Yeah, I'm gonna most likely play this deck in the LCQs. Yeah, Loyalist also very good against Atraxa, because the nice thing about this is even if they tap out for an Atraxa, your creatures get first strike. So you can first strike kill them before they gain life off Atraxa. So very relevant against the Atraxa decks. Basically everything but the core 32 DT. Like, not sure about how many of these I like, not sure about these, not sure about this, and then the extra cards I have 2 extra lands, so I'm trying out the castles. I mean, I don't know if this is correct. This is just a Moto thing, because people told me that everybody was queuing with this deck in the leagues. So I don't know if this is right, but I just wanted to beat the mirror. Yeah, I'm going to be in Dallas. This is good against them, right? I mean, not really. Have to jank. I'm gonna bring in all the End the Festivities, because I think it's our only shot against Glade Cover on the draw. Morrison, thank you for the 16 months. Appreciate you, buddy. Chat, we are inching ever closer. We're getting back up to 500. We're 6 away. Thank you all for the support, chat. Appreciate you guys. 7. This is what, turn 3 Loxodon? I actually don't think this hand's good enough on the draw. Well, I mean... I didn't board these cards in to not keep a hand with it in my opening hand. So we'll see if this does anything. No, come on, get out of here. Well, that was a good draw. They kept a 7-card hand. It did not play a creature on turn 1 or turn 2. Huh? The fuck did they keep? Oh, they have the Cyba. Well, I can still kill that. I forgot about the instant speed thing. No, they're Boggles, Dustin. There's no way they're not blocking, right? Okay. We've killed the first Boggle. Crypto, bro. No. Surely they don't have a second one, right? Well, if they had a second one, they probably would have put pants on at main phase, right? Eventually. In before chat says, I sure wish we had Gigantha in the spot. Oh, it's a sorcery, Taylor. Good cards, good cards. That kind of counts. Attack first in case they have another Cyba. Watch them Besage my Ornithopter. Please don't Besage this. Please don't Besage this. Please don't Besage this. Don't do it. Alright, good. It appears that our End the Festivities sideboard plan is... why didn't they pick up Gigantha? Oh, they forgore. Is that better than just attacking? I think I'm supposed to tap 3 creatures so I can hit Bushwhacker. So if I tap 3, they go to 9. It doesn't change the clock, right? Yeah, it doesn't change the clock. I think this is fine. Just being able to hit Bushwhacker is important. I mean, I guess I'm not drawing 6 lands. Guess, you know, look at the bright side. Yeah, look at the cards, though. Make sure you look at the cards. Alright, the song kind of slaps. I like it. This hand does not slap, though. I mean, we're on the draw, right? I'm not gonna go to 5. Fuck that shit. You think I'm gonna go to 5? You think I'm gonna go to 5? Oh no, it's the mirror. Easy. Never didn't not have it. In before they have main deck and the festivities. You got the Clarion Spirits, though. So, you know. Yeah, that's definitely a thing that happens. Go. I know, I don't want to cut the landings. I want to go back to landings. Should we try it without Burning-Tree Emissary? Should we try it? I don't know, maybe. Shawnee Scoots, thank you for the 2 months. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was a spell anyways. I added 2 more lands. I didn't cut lands for Castle. I cut spells for Castle. So yeah, it's different. It's not, you know. We could try it just to get a feel for it. I mean, I'm down to try anything at this point. Tempest, thank you for the 3 months. Thank you very, very much for the continued support. I appreciate that. I still think this card's kind of a scam, but I don't mind playing. I don't mind trying without Burning-Tree. I don't want to play this card though. I'm trying to think of what a push this turn looks like. Yeah, the Clarion Spirit lets you play more white 1 and 2 drops over Loyalist and Friendship. Yeah, that's a good point. Although Sodek didn't even have Legion's Landing. I thought part of the best reason to cut Burning-Tree was that you're more reliant, or like your Legion's Landings are more castable. Landing is so cracked. I think I'm not gonna push for damage this turn. I think I'm just gonna go Knight or Forbidden Friendship Knight, leave back the Epicure, and then next turn go for Loyalist Bushwhacker. So let's do that. Look at the cards. I'm definitely taking a second Bushwhacker. I think I take Thopter and just cast it this turn to have a second blocker in case they... What's the worst they could do? I could take Burning-Tree too. Really just want to draw a land next turn so I could double Bushwhacker. Oh, but I can't Loyalist double Bushwhacker. I see. So I have to take, yeah, either one of these. So I guess we take Burning Tree and just don't cast it this turn. And on that note, I probably just cast the Loyalist, right? Yeah, it's kind of a free roll. Ornithopter Whacker. Yeah. If they have double Bushwhacker. But I think we're not dead if they have single Bushwhacker. I think we can survive that. And we can almost certainly kill them next turn with our double Bushwhacker. Look, no numbers. Thank you for the 5 months. Do I illness in the ranks or dread and sorrow all these Boros kids? What if I said a little bit of both? Porque no los dos. Thank you for the 5, buddy. Ooh, I like this. They might just be dead to this, which they know is in our hand. Not that there's much they can do about that. There's a lot of weird math you have to do in this matchup, where you like have to figure out how much you can attack with, and try to figure out how much damage they can deal. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in this matchup. It's all face up, but well, I guess with the exception of Bushwhacker, but most of it's face up. And having 2/4 toughness creatures is kind of awkward. Yeah, I like that. It's a good sign. Pretty sure land should still be lethal. Alright, math time. This. 2. These are 2s. Everything is a 2. Except this is a 3 and this is a 5. So, they put the 2 4s on a 3 and a 2, which soaks up all the damage there. And they have 3 other toughness versus 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16? Oh, the token can't block, right? So it's 2 other toughness. Yeah. So Loxodon on Burning Tree, Knight-Errant on a 2. Let's just say the Burning Tree and the Bushwhacker in hand are covered by the Loxodon and the Knight. Then past that, on board, we would have 6, 7 is 14, plus 5 is 19, minus 2, they would take 17. So I'm pretty sure I can only get them to 2. And I am almost certainly dead on the crackback to this castle, right? Well, that's awkward. At that point, if I tap 5 creatures for Knight, do I have enough blockers? 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 8, so I'd have 4 blockers left. I would take 2, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, I think? Assuming they just castle an attack. Yeah, that's a good point. I'll probably be able to play a dude off the Knight, too. So I guess we just tap... I want to block with this. So I'll just do this. Yeah, that's a good point, too. If the mirror is popular, this card is absurd in the mirror match. It's so good. I mean, I don't know if I need more Bushwhackers. So I guess I can just take double Burning Tree here? I could take Burning Tree Epicure, go Burning Tree Epicure, discard second Bushwhacker, and still have these for next turn. No, I think I still want to play towards double Bushwhacker. So let's just take these 2. I might discard the backup Burning Tree end of turn. I don't need to do it now. I could just wait, but... No, I'll just pass. I don't think I can die with this many blockers unless they have Loyalist, but if they're playing Sodex's list, they don't have Loyalist. So he should be able to survive this turn, and then we can likely just, like, EOT, discard this, find land 4, and then they should be dead to double Bushwhacker next turn. Although next turn, I'm not doing the math. Next turn, I'm YOLOing. Definitely not... am I dead to Bushwhacker? Might be. We're going to take tap 3 guys, 2 lands, you're only looking 2 versions below. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so let's put the 4 4s on the 3s. We can chump the 5s. 2, 4, 7, 10. Is this Xaxes? Oh no, I think it's Xaxes. I think it's literally Xaxes. Actually, I can't even block an additional 3. So I'm blocking a 5, a 5, a 3, a 3, and a 2, but I can't block more 3s. 3, 6, 10. Yeah, it's exactly 18. Well, I guess I should have played a Burning Tree, huh? Gonna went to 1. Damn it. Not sure where we held the BTs. I should have played one of them, I think. Definitely should have played one of them. Sorry, we got the sideboard tech. They probably just copied the list. What are we cutting in the mirror? This one's kind of mid. This one's kind of mid. Got 2 Forbidden Friendships. Yeah, the future of Pioneer. 4 copies of End the Festivities. Keep. It's like a Yu-Gi-Oh thing. Nobody would get it, but... Forbidna. Forbidna. No! Just gonna go double Epicure, I think. Making Burning-Tree Bushwhacker next turn. Now, I mean, if they brought it in the festivities, then I guess we're dead, but... Spirit. Out there blocking. They might trade the Inspector off, but... Their creatures seem to have 2 toughness. Don't worry, they'll have 1 toughness next turn. There'll be some X1s next turn. What do you want in the sideboard here? Like for the mirror match? This is the best card for the mirror match, I think. Pretty convinced. No, we don't play spirits. I don't know. I'm generally not a big fan of this card. I think it makes you much weaker to Rakdos's 1-for-1 removal. The whole concept of this deck is the fact that you just don't care about cards like Fatal Push and Stomp, but when you're putting cards like this into your deck, unless you have like exactly Ornithopter on turn 2, you're just going to be down in the exchange when they push this. So I just think you're opening yourself up to cards that you don't have to open yourself up to. That's why I don't like it. Is Electrickery better? I mean, it's instant, but like this goes upstairs too, which is nice. You know what I mean? The tech is Forge Devil. I think End the Festivities is a lot better. End the Festivities is just like, it's just game over. Alright, I never mulligan these hands, especially in the draw. I just don't mulligan hands that have Demolition Thopter. Forge Devil better versus Elf decks? I mean, you can still bring in End the Festivities against the Elf decks. It's not that bad. It's just as good, right? As the Raksack matchup. I haven't played it yet. I would imagine not great, but... I think I'm just going to attack, because I have this too. I don't think they're overblocking. Yeah, Authority of the Consuls could be good too. Okay. They have Loxodon. You have Loxodon. It's going to make this game a lot harder. 3 cards in hand. Fortunately, can't play a creature first, because then I won't have a white creature in play. No, you can't. I can't Loyalist there, because then I don't have a white creature. Yeah. Probably going to lose this game. I mean, I could have mulliganed, but I don't know. I stand by my keep. I never mulligan hands that have Thopter Demolition, even if it's a 1-lander. Like Thopter Demolition plus Convoke card on the draw, you just can't mulligan those hands. It's your best start. If you draw a land, then you win, but you know. Yeah, you can keep plenty of 1-landers with this deck. Are there any Boros hybrid creatures? I don't even think there is a single Boros hybrid creature that costs 1 mana that exists in Pioneer, at least. I think the only one that I know of is Boros Recruit, but it's not legal. Yeah, I'm trying 20 lands with the castles. We're dead. We have lost. Yeah, I think Boros Recruit's the only one that exists. Figure of Destiny. Yeah. I mean, there's Dryad Militant, but that's white-green, so... Good Sunhome Guildmage. Not too expensive. Isn't the ability on Sunhome Guildmage like 3 mana or something? Jesus Christ. Alright, kept the 1-lander. Didn't get there. Unfortunate. It's okay.